Welcome back to our series on can non-physicians own medical practices? And we're focusing, Michael, on Texas, and this is a part of a five-part series. And on part one, you already answered what is the corporate practice of medicine. So if you've not seen that video, please go back and watch it. But Michael, for part two, does the corporate practice of medicine exist in Texas?
So yes, in Texas, Texas does have a corporate practice of medicine doctrine. It is, we'll have to acknowledge, kind of controversial from the standpoint that it's confusing, and so you have confusion in the state by, for sure, by providers and business people in this medical space, and even some lawyers will, disagree to a degree about whether it exists. And so what we did in the field guide is just kind of really get back to the core of it to see, is there a body of law that restricts ownership of a business that's providing medical services? And we look at both statutory law in a couple of different areas and the cases that have come out, and they all recognize some level of restriction on ownership of a medical practice. And we could spend a lot of time going into the nuances of it, but the reality is that it does exist, and so you have to, if you're a business owner, recognize that as a risk that's going into this field of providing medical services, or if you're in that, the first step is to understand that this is a risk that's out there, and you want to look at your business to see if it's something that needs to be dealt with.
Awesome, thank you. And we're going to move on to another question on the next time. So thanks for joining us today.